What if I told you you could do one thing, just one thing that would positively impact your year, maybe even positively impact your life?
Tell me now.
I'm going to tell you what that is. We're going to talk about it right now. This one's kind of important, and I want to go ahead and throw this out here right now. Of the 100% of you that are watching this right now, only 8% of the people will follow this advice, and all 8% of them will win.
I'm a winner.
The other 92% that ignore this advice, you'll probably be better, maybe, but some of y'all will be in the exact same spot as you see it right here today because this advice gets ignored because you don't understand. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, please ask or go research further yourself and kind of see what this is. People who are brand new to the channel, you might not know this, but the OGs, you know, I went to school in Japan. I learned a lot about Japanese culture. I would definitely call myself a Japanophile or a hardcore Japanese fanboy. But one of the things that I learned when I was in school was the Shinto concept of Misogi. Misogi. Kind of miso like the flavor and gi. Really, it technically means mizu as in water and osoji as in to clean. So when you think about, a lot of countries do a very similar practice, but I know the Japanese version. You know about the polar plunge, where people up in northern New York State just run into the cold water and freeze themselves to death. You see a lot of people, the fitness gurus online, doing these ice challenges. As a matter of fact, the ice bucket challenge from a couple years ago, it was kind of stolen TikTok-y concept of the similar thing. Oftentimes in Japanese language, when you put the words together and concatenate them and sort of change the style to make it easier on the tongue. But basically, there's a Shinto ritual of going to the temple right before or on the new year to do a cold water cleanse. So in Kyoto, you stand out under Kiyomizu-dera, which is a temple for pure water, and it's just freezing cold, of course, in January in Japan. Freezing cold water, dump it on your head, and you're normally standing there in a white loincloth or basically white underwear. It's a Shinto garb. And that ritual is designed to sort of cleanse the body of anything bad that happened a year prior and get you ready for what's going to happen that year. It's also in places where, you know, say water is more precious, they'll do something extremely difficult, extremely challenging, like climb Mount Ontake in that same, it kind of looks like white BVD underwears, but think of the outfit that you wear when you sumo. Yeah, that's the word. And I don't know why. A Japanese major just lost what that word is called. Oh, Miwashi. There you go. It took me a second. Anyway, so climbing Mount Ontake would be one of them. Standing in the cold waters of Kiyomizu-dera would be another one. And then my favorite one is in Hokkaido, the Kancho Misogi. Hokkaido, you need to know, is about that far from Siberia. People put on that cloth and they go running after prayer. They go running into the water in the Suguru Straits, which is freezing cold. I mean, like chunks of ice kind of freezing cold. They do similar things in Finland, Sweden, all over the planet. But again, my brain knows the Japanese rituals. If you know the other ones, please tell me. Anyway, so the concept behind this is to do something really, really hard and difficult and something that you wouldn't normally do. And by doing this, by facing your fears, by taking yourself out of the comfort zone, you are already saying to yourself, well, if I did that, I could do this hard thing at work that boss is asking me to do. I can, fix the things in my family that, the family is telling me to do. I can overcome these challenges that are weighing on me. For us content creators, I'll speak to us. It's about getting over that lack of confidence, about getting over that fear of creating content. It's about struggling to remain consistent. So if you could put yourself through the concept of doing that one hard thing this year and give yourself that win, you now know that you can do anything. I say this all the time to you. Those of you guys who have birthed some kids, thank you for blessing the planet and, bringing on the species. Not my thing. But it's funny to me when I hear from parents that have raised 2, 3, 4 kids, like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. this because this is hard. Oh, I can't learn Final Cut because this is hard. I'm like, you raise youngins. That's like the hardest thing in the planet. Some of y'all women out there, God bless you, you did it by yourself. There's single moms out there that have raised grown children's and they're like, oh, I can't learn Final Cut. You've already done some of the hardest things. I tease one of our students, like, you passed law school. How are you going to look at YouTube like this is difficult? Not just pass law school, pass the bar exam in multiple locations. Like, most of us who are watching this right now have already done some of those hard things. You just psych yourself out about minutia. So we're going to fix that this year. I want to know, and please commit down in the comments. I want to know what's going to be your Misogi for the year. Write that book, start that blog, kick off that podcast. Elisa T, congratulations. Tomorrow's the day. I know Alicia's been working on her podcast. Finally rebuild that home edition, finish my degree, lose them pounds, drink more water, exercise more, stop smoking, stop drinking, stop using the fruity language. F that. So forth, so on, etc. Like, get closer to my family, spend more time with the wife, spend more time with the hubby, spend more time with the side piece, whatever the case is. Well, don't write that one in the comments. I don't want you to get in trouble. I want you to write down in the comments what's going to be your Misogi. Now, here are the only basic rules. It needs to be hard. It needs to be actually hard. And it needs to be something where you won't die, because I don't want my subscribers to drop because you did something like fell off a mountain. Anyway, the modern version, or the way the West has adopted the Misogi, is to do something so hard that you kind of have only about a 50% chance of succeeding. And then when you succeed and you realize that you've pushed yourself beyond your limits, you've pushed yourself beyond your comfort zone, you have now opened up that vessel, right? You know, when if you sauna, when you come out the sauna, it's like you can breathe, because being in that torture chamber for those 5 to 10 minutes just allows your olfactories to just, you can get all up in there. Mine's not working right now because the volcano's erupting over there on the Big Island, and it affects my sinuses. Please, Madam Pele, please stop erupting. I know the tourists love seeing the fire, but it's killing my sinuses. If you take on a challenge okay, I'll put it this way. If you're the type of person that goes to the gym 3 days a week, saying you're going to go to the gym 4 days a week, that's not, you know what I'm saying, fam? You made it. Don't make the challenge so easy that you can do it. I told myself I'm going to produce a piece of content every single day until the wheels fall off. Today is day 60. 60 days straight, I have made a video for this channel. I have not missed a single day, and I have not struggled on a single video. I've been able to just come down here, say what I got to say, and educate, entertain, or piss you off. Whichever it is, you can also write that down in the comment section below. So anyway, it has to be hard enough for you that it actually does kind of hurt. I don't mean physically, but in some way, shape, or form. It has to push your limits. And I want to know, at whatever point you succeed, come back to this video and say you did it, or hit me up somewhere and we'll make a video together. I'll help you. Like, I want to see you push yourself beyond where you think you are right now. Now, Matt's learning how to play the piano. Now, he's been doing this for a minute and he's getting better, but, I want to know what it is. Okay, so for me, this year, my theme for the year is to streamline. But I kind of sort of already started on my Misogi, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep making these daily videos until the wheel fall off. I want to test the theory about burnout. Because again, I understand burnout is real in the clinical sense, like in the DSM-5, but I think what the modern content creator calls burnout is absolute malarkey. Bull hockey, yes. I think what the average content creator calls burnout is they started doing something, chasing the bag, and they lost their way. And I think that's easy to come back from. I'm not saying it's not physically harmful or it's not physically hurt, and actually can really mess you up, but I don't think that's the same thing as a clinical DSM-5 clinical burnout. I think those are two different things. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to find out by pushing myself until this explodes. In the meantime, even if I get it wrong, even if I mess around and choke on a bone in March, I will have created a couple hundred videos to help content creators get off the bench and make content. So no matter what, me losing is still you winning, because I'm here every single day dropping another piece of heat to help you get moving. So I want to know, and please do not get this far in the video and do not take that half a second to leave a comment. Tell me what is going to be your Misogi for the year. What's going to be your one impactful thing? 100-mile bike ride, 100-mile run, whatever the case may be. I want to know what you're thinking. Is this something you can't hide? I'm going to stop. Please, 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 please. I beg of you. And if you know anybody who needs to hear this, if you want to drag some of your homies into it, your golf buddies, your pinochle buddies, I just can't believe he used pinochle in the video. Whatever it is, show them the video. Make them commit so we have a place to see what's going to be your Misogi for the year. Now, the first hard challenge for you is if you're watching this and you made it this far and you have not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you know when I make another video, because I don't want you to miss any of this. And also, the second one here is the algorithm is going to show you another video that they think you should watch, and I agree with them. Happy New Year.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver and